we interrupt our normal programming here for something really, really special. Greetings and welcome to Smartwatch Ticks. We're a YouTube channel on the web at smartwatchticks.com. Inside this box is the Flagship. Yep, Optimus 2 from KOSPET. Yeah, I know, we've already done an unboxing. I know, we already took a first look, but today we're going to do something really special. We're going to go kittywampus all over the place and show you how to set this thing up to work really cool for you. Why I'm interrupting our normal flow of programming, didn't actually plan to do this video till August or September, is the fact that KOSPET themselves has got a great world premiere going on with a super discount price for just a little while longer. I hope you haven't missed the end of the sale date. If you have, check the show notes. I should have a coupon for you as well once it bumps back up in price. But right now, it's really, really priced well. Here is the overall information on it. And of course, we've got more details if you follow the earlier unboxing review, okay? Let me show you what we have planned. We're going to do another unboxing because this is the commercial version. This is the actual upgraded and updated full. This is what you'll get basically if you order one. It's going to come packed really nicely in here with the extra storage dock in a little plastic bag stored underneath the watch right there. You're going to have this little film that you want to take off on the top. You want to check the camera if there's a film. I didn't find one on mine. And of course, you want to look in the back to see if there's a film there too. And there is. Yep, it's sort of like we're doing the unboxing, but not really. I'm going to make it abbreviated. We're not going to go through the manual or anything. You do want to make sure in your accessory box that you've got 2 charging wires. There's a screwdriver. You have one of them that you can use for charging the watch directly, which is really important if you're going to be transferring things over as well by your computer, because the center 2 poles on this will transfer data, the outer 2 will charge it. Of course, you can set it on the dock, and with the other wire, you can use the standard USB to plug it into the dock to charge up the dock, and the dock can charge up the watch. You got it? Great. Now we're going to get to the fun part. We've got one button on the top. I'm going to press it. It's been charged. It's been all set up. You are going to have so much fun today. Oh my gosh. Okay, it comes up with the KOSPET logo, and I have it set to do the boot up sound, and then I usually turn it off so I won't be annoyed by it starting up and shutting down. Really loud speaker on this one. You ready? 3, 2, 1, sing to me. Oh, I'm good. Oh, I'm good. There you go. You got a SIM slot here. That's where you put in your nano SIM. We talked all about that, charging everything. And now it is coming up with the default watch face. We're going to cover watch faces, some really amazing app setups, and just whatever comes up. Let's start with this. Oh, this watch is full of little Easter eggs. For example, this particular watch face has an icon of a camera up here. And yep, when you touch it, it'll launch into the camera. So you don't need to install third-party custom watch faces if you want to have a face to quickly launch camera when you're out and think you're going to need to get into it without having to go all the way through the app drawer. All right, let me show you a really, really fun suite of tips here that require installing a couple of different apps. One is called Organized Drawer. Now, what Organized Drawer does is it gives you a listing of all of your installed apps alphabetical. You can have as many on a page as you want to that it'll fit, or you can restrict it. I make it 3 because they're kind of small and close together otherwise. I'm in the square screen. If I go back to circle, it makes them bigger so they're easier to see. Here are all the apps I got right now that are in alphabetical, and I could touch on any one of them to launch it. So I've got that, okay? Now, if I also install this thing called Button Mapper, there's several of them in the Play Store. The one we're looking at is the green. There's some that have a blue background. Go for the green one. I'll try to have the links to both of these apps for you in the show notes. Button Mapper lets you map and change these buttons to do different things. You don't want to play with the power button because it's pretty much needed for its quick press, its double tap, and its long press. But the bottom one you have some capability on. For example, it's a back button, so I can come back to the basic watch face here. If I tap and hold it, I have it set to automatically launch quickly into Organized Drawer. So, I'm out with my watch. I want to launch an Android app. Long press. There they are. I tap the one I want, and I'm done. Cool, huh? Here's something else really, really cool. What if I double tap this one? I mapped it into something else. For that, I need to lift the camera so I can show you that a quick double tap turns on the flashlight. Now it's become an honest-to-gosh flashlight that I could use at night. Double tap again, it goes off. Doesn't change anything on the watch face itself. If the watch is off and I double tap, watch comes on but nothing happens. Double tap, it goes on. Double tap, it goes off. Tap and hold, I come into the organization drawer. Now this might look fun and all, and it is, but it goes a lot deeper than that. You're definitely going to want to program one of the type of pushes, long push or double tap, to be that organization drawer. And let me show you why. To get to this, I have to set it up a little bit. I want you to pay attention to the situation when we are in the Android mode. In particular, we've got a cleanup, we've got the switching system, we've got all of these things, they will go away, and you've got this, okay? Also, you got your notifications over here, you've got your app drawer, and you've got all of your fitness. Now this will stay, and your notifications will disappear as far as I've seen when you're in the standby mode or the low power mode. What's really important here on your app drawer, you have basic health and fitness apps that will remain. But when you go down and all of your new apps that you've put in, they will not be there. Now let me prove it to you. I'm going to come in here, slide down, go over, turn it from Android mode to light mode, they're calling, okay? Which is a long life, save your battery type of mode. We are here in the watch face. Oh, it does do notifications. Okay, I forgot. Sometimes not sure. When I come up here, I get this page, and the system mode, that other one's gone, and the cleanup. So all of your settings, so you want to set your brightness and everything and what you have turned on before you go into this light mode, because you won't have access to it. But most importantly, over here, we have the phone stuff. Okay, it's there. Your health stuff, your calendar, alarm clock, music, and your fitness stuff, and that's it. All the other apps are gone. So you're getting maybe up to 5 days of battery life out of here, but it's at the cost of not having access to any of your other apps, unless you've installed the organization or organized drawer in a push button way to get access to it. Now you see all of my apps are here. So, for example, if I wanted to go to the Play Store, I touch it, I access it, and I'm in it, even though I'm still sitting in the standby or light mode. So what I've done is I've set my watch to always run in this light mode, and anything that I need in the moment, I just get to it directly from here. Oh, we're just beginning. Check this face out. This is really, really cool. And it almost didn't make this video. This is from Edward, free face, over at the Full Android Watch Round Custom Faces blog. Yeah, I said it right. Here's the link. It's bit.ly, okay? bit.ly/ gotta do the capitals right now here. Full Android Watches, FAW, Round Custom Faces. And Edward has produced this one When you go there, you'll find the link. You can go down and check the credit and download the face directly. Now, this was made for a thing called the Universal Launcher. Some of you know about that. If you don't worry about it, other than it would not work on this watch with the stock launcher right out of the box. But he fixed it, and he got it working. Well, turns out another guy who's what you call a moderator over at the Full Android Watches site had another way of fixing these faces that are custom made for the Universal Launcher to work on the stock launcher. And I thought for you guys who are actually coders, you might want to see this because it blew my mind. I'm not going to talk about it here today, but head on over there to the link I just gave you if you want to learn more and see how all this stuff works, because there's some great animations available, but they're exclusively limited to replacing the launcher with a different launcher. Now you can see it works right on the direct launcher. We'll be back with more faces in a minute. Wow, look, are we lucky or what? While I'm doing this video, I just got pushed a wireless update. This is in the notifications section. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to say open. It's going to take me right to the spot I want to download the new version. I'm going to hit download. So first it has to download the update from the server. Then we get a chance to install it. And then we get to see what kind of changes there are, if we can figure them out. In the meantime, we haven't had an update for a while yet. So this is great news. Before we actually install it, let's check what we're on right now. It's literally version 1.0 from, it looks like June 18th of 2021. So let's do this. First, I'm going to scroll all the way back into wireless update. You've now 100% downloaded it. I could install it now or later. We're going to go for it. Gives us this warning. Got to make sure your watch is nice and charged and don't mess with it while it's doing this process. And here we go. Restarting, then it'll install, and then it'll boot us back up again. So we're being told that we're going to do a firmware upgrade. The current battery power, make sure we're at least 30% or more. Here's what it says. It'll take about 30 seconds. Hold your breath. You ready? Don't do anything, just let it happen. Okay. It's vibrating in my hands. Man, it's moving fast. Wow. Okay, firmware has been updated. And we're up. We are up again. So, what changed? Well, we can come back down here to settings, come back down here to about, come back down here to the build. Look at this. It's now version 1.4 of July 7th. Okay, well, I'm not sure what the update did. If any of you know, please put it in the comments down below. If I run across it before we publish this video, I'll show them to you. One more thing now, if you haven't loaded your watch up with a bunch of stuff, it's always a good idea to go into System, go down to your Reset options, and erase everything. It's a factory reset. I'll be doing that to this watch, but after this review, because I've got some apps and things all queued up and ready to finish this. When it's done, I'm definitely going to erase everything, start over, reload watch faces, reload apps, and make sure I'm good to go. It's just a good practice. It helps reduce any sluggishness or leftover code that might be there. All right, let's move on. Ready for some more faces? Here's the link once again. They're all free, gang. Free over here. And these designers are incredible. Double Dad! Double Dad is an amazing designer. I couldn't believe how much stuff he's got. This is just a tiny sampling. This is an Italian design with a yin-yang flair. We are going to take a look at that one. And we're going to take a look at this one, which is fun. He says, enjoy the dark side. I'm gravitating in this video towards unusual and unique faces with different ways of telling time. It's about 10:08, 10:09, and 35 seconds from this one. And then we're going to take a look at this textualized one because it really gives you a 3D effect plus another programming twist. You ready? Now what you're looking at is that kind of a yin-yang symbol. You see it kind of here? And this graphic area changes from day to night. That's sun, and at night the moon comes up and goes around. And I'm not sure if they cross each other. You know how the moon does things, and we'll have to wait and see, I guess. But anyway, it's a great face to download. Let me show you from when you just touch it. There, you see it moved a little bit? Very little bit. But when it renders a face, it gives you kind of a feel for what it's going to do. Here's this one now, watch. You see how the wheels all shifted and turned? It's coming up to, what, 11:30, something between 30 and 35 and 25 seconds. You read it down. Really, really cool. And here's that texturized face now I was telling you about. Look how it looks like the red parts are raised, the 3D-ness of it. Look at the shadowing in the hands. Excellent attention to detail. The one thing it's doing is what all the other faces do. The second hand is moving slowly and smoothly around the watch. But check this. I have a second version installed, and it's different. The second hand is ticking. How is that possible? Well, in the past, it required an insane amount of coding with shadows and hidden features and everything, but not anymore. With the new one-line command in the watch face engine, here's an example of an XML file. All you got to do in the rotate 3, which is the second hand, with a multi-rotate of 1, you add smooth run. Notice it's S as is small s and a capital R. There's only one capital. Smooth run, false, / smooth run. That creates the condition that takes away smooth running, man, and it makes it so it ticks. Try that on your watch faces. On any watch, any face. Open it up, go to the XML file, and just add that line in, save it, put it back on your watch, and see what happens. Okay, we got a lot more. By the way, these programming tips, they come from Gin and Tonic. That's his name, that's his handle on the full Android Watch site, and he is a moderator, and he's great help. If you have any questions, just check him out. He'll guide you through and help you get your faces working properly, and probably way better than you ever thought they would. Back to the watch now. Let's jump into the camera and the photography part of this watch. I've got a couple of more things to show you that really can make this a very effective camera. We're going to talk about that button mapper again. I've remapped the buttons here, the long press and the double tap, to tie in with a camera app process. I'm going to come down here and show you a couple of apps that I've installed. They're way down at the bottom. It's called Instant Camera Pro, and then of course Instant Camera Pro Settings, which is where you can set everything up. When you touch Instant Camera Pro, it will automatically open the camera, do what you want it to do, close it down, and you don't have to do anything. The other app I want to talk about is Flip Image. And it's a great app because only the stock camera has this ability to change. Turn this over here. There's the elephant we're going to be taking pictures of. Only the stock camera has this, which will flip the image. So when you're looking straight ahead, it's going to be different than when you're doing a selfie. Okay, this is when you flip the camera up and you're looking at yourself, but if you flip it down, everything is going to be upside down. So to compensate for that, they built in this twist. But we're going to do other camera apps that don't incorporate that, so we need to use this other app for flipping. Okay, let me show you what I've got set up. You could be on any face. This happens to be the one that you can launch the camera right from there, right? The stock one. However, let's say I'm wearing the watch. Let me get aligned here with this one, just so you see it. Okay, you got that picture there, right? I'm going to come out of here, come back to the watch face. If I long press, look at that. It opened it up. It set the light. It took a picture. It took a second picture, and it closed down. And it's telling me all of that right now. So I'm wearing the watch. I'm pointing it out, and something comes by that is of interest to me, all I have to do is long press the button, and I get 2 pictures. You can set it up to take multiple, just one. You can put in a time delay, all kinds of features available there. If I double tap, now I can point it this way, double tap, I open up into an app that flips the image. You can buy the Pro version and do multiple shots, or for free, you can tap here. You can go into, now you're going to see a lot of watch parts. They are, all the GIFs and everything are scanned and picked up by the interpreter in here. Here's our instant camera, okay? And there's my 2 elephant pictures that I just took. Let's take one of them right here, and you see it's upside down. So if I want to flip it, now, really capable this watch is. If I rotate it and rotate it 90 degrees, it's going to take it this way and rotate it, and it'll be exactly the same as what you see. However, if I flip it vertical, it will take it this way and flip it like that. And if something is, the writing is backward, it will not only correct the image, it will also change the writing to be the correct way. In this case, we just want to rotate it and rotate it. And there it is. Hit that save, and it's just going to save that image, and it's going to be in its own gallery, and you're done. You can view the image. You can double tap it. Well, maybe not. Okay, you can view it anyway. You can edit on it. You can throw it away. You can do whatever you like. And so now I've taken an instant picture simply by pressing and holding, and later at my leisure I can keep the one that I want, and I can flip it and or rotate it around with this app in here as well. And that's all done through simple double tapping to get to the editing program, he says. There we go. And of course single tapping to be able to take the pictures. Now you notice that the flash is on. It's first aligning to the red eye kind of thing, and then it does a quick flash. You don't want that to happen? That's fine. That's settable in the overall setup. Here, you simply go down, change the flash mode to off, and you've got it. It's set for whatever size image you want, up to your 13 megapixel. You got that one. If you want it a little bit more square, you can change it to any of these other type of dimensions as well. So I'm going to turn the flash off and save it. Now when I take my pictures, the flash won't go off. 2 pictures will be taken and it'll close up. Pretty cool, huh? Okay. It's FaceTime again, and I'm not talking Apple. Full Android watch, round, custom faces, bit.ly. You can get to them. Let's talk about Gin and Tonic again. We mentioned him already a few times with coding tips. He's got a bunch of faces he's designed himself, and they're really amazingly technical. This is a whole line of faces that are both made for the universal launcher and will work on a different version of them on custom faces. I'm just going to show you highlights here. This one is, I believe, a Sagittarius. They're Zodiac kind of branded. This is a billboard of one of the main ones. This is the one that it's got the planetary thing in it you're going to see, where it shows all the planets in their current position. All of these actually have that. You can see it right here in that circle with the little, looks like marbles in there. This is another one for Aquarius, and he's got one also for Cancer. Let's take a look at those. Now here's the default face. You can see the time on the hands, and you can see the planets with the sun in the middle, and I presume Earth is the little blue dot. Pay attention to where the outer planets are, the inner planets are, the alignment, the position right now with respect to them and to the zodiac signs. This is really magical how he's got this working. Okay, this is kind of the vanilla one that covers everything and is not specific to any sign at all. However, he's made this one for Aquarius, the water bearer, and you can see he moved the big circles and things around, but they're still there. And Here's Cancer, the crab. Yeah. Notice all of the dots? Yeah. Fascinating, huh? One more. There's Sagittarius, the archer. Now we've got some colors down here. Look at that red and anyway, he's having a lot of fun with this. You'll find out more about how they work and can ask him questions if you follow the link over there to any of these faces that he's put up there. Gin and tonic. Oh, I got one more to show you that he made a long, long time ago. Here it is. This is fun. I love radar kind of faces, you know, that look like it's a radar sweep going around. I made one a long, long time ago, but nothing compared to what this guy can do. This is right from his blog. That's kind of what it looks like, but this is what it really looks like. Again, I'm going to enter it from the thumbnail so you can see it do its thing. All right, we've got time, we've got temperature, we've got power, we got step counts, we've got all kinds of things happening in here. Little airplanes flying. Wonderful face. All right, back to the watch again. Now that last face was back in September of 2018, I believe. So this shows you how deep and far their archive goes over there. All the other faces I've shown you from the custom group or just in this last quarter alone. So there's constant new faces coming out. All right, we have talked about the button, and we have convinced you that you need to install the organized drawer so you can access any app you want to get to because you just don't have them accessible when you're in the light mode, right? Now, let's say some of you guys might be into that Internet of Things. So how do you control your Internet of Things? Of course! And it runs perfectly here on the watch, too. Load up, log in, and get your Amazon Alexa going. Did you hear my word? No? Good. It was in a sentence. You can either say the magic word or you can tap the button, and, of course, you can do things like turn on my kitchen light.
I don't see any smart home devices. Do you have a smart device, like a light or TV, that I should connect to?
No, I don't. I only have smartwatches. Sorry.
Alright. Smart devices are pretty popular. You can use your voice to do things like turn off lights or change the temperature. To learn more, go to amazon.com/smarthome.
Okay, I'll do that. But for right now, I just want to keep talking about this watch. So, you got Alexa that you can put in here, and you can do all kinds of creative, cool things, and I've got it mapped to be my double button. So, can it do this? Raise volume to maximum. What did it do? Lower volume to minimum. Nothing. Oh no. Okay, I got an idea. I'll be right back. Oh my gosh, I got to get to button manager. I don't have the button. Oh yeah. I can press and hold. I can go to button manager here. Okay, great. I can get into my back button. I can change my double tap. Instead of Alexa, I can change it to Assistant. I can bail out of here, listen to their ad that's on here right now. I can get out of here. I'm not even there, but let's see what happens. Double tap. Come on, baby. Raise volume to maximum. Got it! Yes, got it! You have full access to your Google Assistant if you load up the program, set it in your button, and a double tap gets there. But wait! Oh, it saw that as a single push. Double tap. Open Amazon Alexa.
Opening Amazon Alexa.
Tell me a joke.
Where does the dog scientist go to conduct experiments?
Oh no. The Labrador. Oh, that's so cute. So, You don't need to program Alexa. You could program your assistant. You can have your assistant do all kinds of things. For example, well, I'm in it already. I can keep it there. Lower brightness to minimum.
Setting brightness.
You like that? There's your night mode. Raise brightness to 30%.
Setting brightness.
Cool. And on and on and on. So this is not a simple watch. This is a tool, gang. You can do all kinds of things with this. We still have a little more. Here's another gin and tonic face, which we've already talked about in an earlier video. I believe it was the Prime S. You can learn about that one there, but this is really fun too, just to show you how it plays out. When you load it up, you see the numbers all flying around there? Yeah, cool watch. But we've got something that came in just before I started this video. This is a comment coming in on the Optimus 2 review, the original full review, saying, hi, Mr. Smartwatch Ticks. Thanks for your great and helpful review over the past years. I bought this watch and will be happy to add user experiences once every couple of months. That's so sweet, and we really need that. I can only do so much, and you guys really, you are the cake. I'm just the icing up here talking about it. I'm posting a question as well. Font size in apps. Can't adjust it in the usual way in Android settings display on the watch. The font is so small I can hardly read WhatsApp, browser, and other apps I install. Is this a general issue in Android 10? Would you know a workaround? Thanks, Renee. Okay, Renee, let's get into that. So what do you think? Is that big enough for you? Wow, huh? How did I do that? Well, you can't see it in the menu, but you can get to it. I've installed Google Assistant on here, and if I press it and I say, it's listening to what I'm saying already, and I don't want that, so let me back out of here and do it again, but be quiet. Open Talkback.
Opening Talkback.
Did you catch that? Talkback gets you into the assistive menu area, and you have lots of capabilities here. We've got Button Mapper, and we have to turn that on as one of the features when we set up Button Mapper. You saw that earlier for the bottom button thing. But what we're going to go down to are the display settings for font size and display size. Now, they're two kind of different things. I got font size at the largest, so let me show you. If I go all the way back to the smallest, and we exit out of here, look at that. That's probably what yours is set on right now. I can come out of here, but look, these are still huge. But you get into them, and the font is going to be like really teeny, right? It's tiny, tiny, small font, harder to read. And that is set, I hope, by the other one. If not, there's a third option, but let's check it out. We're going to do this thing again. Open Talkback.
Opening Talkback.
Alrighty, thank you very much. I'm going to go back to my display font and make it like about there. And I'm going to come back down here now to the font size made it large. And now here's your display font. And we'll bring it all the way up to the largest possible. That's how big it looks at large. That's what it looks like at small. Not a huge difference, huh? All the way to large. Oh, look at that. It jumped. That's weird. Let's make it. That's what we were on before. Huh. That looks like the largest to me. I didn't notice that. All right. I'm gonna pretend that it's supposed to be the largest of all, but it doesn't say largest. It just says larger. Let's get out of here. And this is what the display size is looking like there and here, and you saw the Google thing just now looked pretty darn large, right? Where are we? Assistant. I'm going back in here, and wow, now it's a good size font. That's interesting. It looks like we have to play with this.
Results from a search.
Open Talkback.
Opening Talkback.
While I have you guys, I just want to check that one last thing. So we've got that on large and that on larger, but I want to go back to number 2 because that made it big in the preview. I'm going to back out of it this way. Okay, this is now this size, which is good, readable. But what's it like when you go into Assistant? Whoops. App Store, the other Assistant. There we are. Okay, now this is the font size that we're seeing here. So it really does look like you want to make it the largest size possible for display if you want to see it larger in this particular app. Now, there are other third apps that or other ways with a third-party app that you can adjust the size of these fonts, and sometimes within the actual apps themselves. And they're all kind of different and unique, and we've played with them before, and they're in the Google Play Store under font size or something similar to that. If we get a chance, check the show notes. I'll give you some recommended ones you might want to try in case you, like you say, you're going to go into the browser and everything is just too small to see. That's one way that you might be able to increase the font size within the app. Hope those techniques help. And it's not just this watch and any Android 10 watch. Use the Assistant, the Google Assistant, and trigger it with Open Talkback. And that'll get you into the menu item you need for doing even this. I think you guys know about it, but just in case, we'll do it again. Open Talkback.
Opening Talkback.
Yeah, okay, we're in there. We played with the font sizes, and I'm going to crank it all the way up again. Larger, all right? But then there's magnification. You go in here, and you can magnify it with a triple tap or with a shortcut. We're going to do the triple tap magnify. When you do that, you triple tap, and it will magnify everything on the screen and make it a lot easier to read as well. If you just do it 3 times and let go, it locks it. It can't move it around. You can move it up and down, I guess, but you have to triple tap in, triple tap out. So if you're annoyed you can't read something small and you just want to get to it, do that little trick as well. It's magnification within the this particular menu item, the Talkback menu they refer to it as. Okay. We're ready to wrap things up, but before we go, I got a couple of more really awesome faces to show you. Very unusual, very, very effective. What time is it? Check it out. Are you good at math? Put it together. We'll verify what you got in just a second. After I tell you, you can get this face and download it free. Yep, from the Full Android Watch Round Custom Faces blog. There's the link to get there. And this puppy is coming from Salwan.Hement, okay? This is his creation of a binary watch that you're looking at, and I'm going to show you this one as well. Wow. Another fun one to try to figure out what time it is. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. You add up the top. What have you got? An 8 plus a 2 plus a 1. And you add up the bottom. What have you got? 32 plus 16 plus 2. I can't tell if it's plus 1 or not, but the time is 11:50. There you go. Did you get it? Nice. All right, how about the other one? Again, colorful and fun and... There you go. 11:50... And how many seconds? There's the seconds counting off. And you got other things like heart rate and other stuff on the face as well. Wow, full Android watch, definitely something to check out for faces. We are talking about the KOSPET Optimus 2. We've been doing that all day long. The world premiere is happening right now, which is why this has bumped every other video. Sorry guys, they'll all shoot down a few days, but not too long. We got a bunch in the line coming up right now. This is an amazing flagship watch. The full review is up already on this one, and again, it's on sale for $180, which is a darn decent price for a 64 megabyte a gigabyte storage and a 13 megapixel camera. Please use the link in the show notes down below. Gives us credit. KOSPET has sent this one out especially for this video for you guys, so we'd like to acknowledge them and let them know that you are watching what they're doing, and buying the watch through the link we provide is the best way you can do that. We'll see you again. Thanks definitely for being here, and I hope you like these little treats and hidden tricks videos. We'll try to do more of them often if you like them. All right, see you again soon.